Welcome to Random Talk episode 13. So in episode 12, we were talking about entrepreneurship and don't be fooled by the title. And this time, in this Random Talk, I want to talk about support and what support looks like. Now, for some reason, with me and with what I'm doing with Novelty Woman Speaks and Novelty Woman, people seem to think support, the only way that you can have support is to receive financial support. And I think that's so sad because there are so many ways in this world to receive support. So if you are one of those people that are always out there just looking for people to hand you money as support, you got to expand your mindset, because that is not the only way to support a person. And so in Novelty Woman Speaks and Novelty Woman, the reason I say I give support is not that I'm just handing out money to people. I will help people if people need help, if I'm able to help, donations, but that is not all that I'm doing as far as support. And I just want to know what support looks like for a lot of people, because for me, I can only give you my perspective of what support looks like for me. And so right now, today, we're going to talk about support and how you should look at support, how I feel about support. Now, as far as Novelty Woman Speaks, when I tell people, I would love to have your support, I don't want you to think that means that I need your money. That's not what that means. When you are supporting a person, for instance, when you look at my content, that is support. When you give feedback, whether it is constructive criticism or it is encouragement, that is support. Now let's shift over to just your everyday life. Sometimes people think that they are supporting you and they will tell you, I'm supporting you. And then on your end, you're saying you're not giving me any support. And those are the differences in it. So I just want to say sometimes people don't know. They just honestly do not know what support looks like to you. And so you have to make sure that you're very clear and you're very honest about what support looks like to you. And most times it will be the people closest to us that will lose sight on what support is. Now let me speak on what I do best. Real life experiences. So for me, I have family members that in their mind, they think that they are supportive of what I'm doing right now. Let's say Novelty Woman and this platform of motivational speaking and trying to encourage people. They feel they're being supportive to me. Why? Because they hear me when I say what I'm doing with Novelty Woman. Well, that's not the support that I'm looking for. I don't want you just to hear me, but I want you to be involved. I want you to get into it with me. I want to know that it lives inside of you. I want to know that you're getting excited about what I am doing, that you are listening to what I am doing. You are watching the videos, that you're keeping up with it, but not just because you hear me say, this is what I'm doing and you're nodding. That's not support to me. It doesn't mean that the other person, or it doesn't mean that my family or the people that I'm referring to in this example are not supportive. In their minds, they are supportive, but in what I need, they're not being supportive. So I just want us to touch base on the differences of support. So if you are the person that you feel like you're lacking support from your family, from your spouse, or from a friend, or whoever the case is, you have to be very straightforward. You have to be honest. You have to be honest. Tell them what that looks like for you, what support looks like, what it feels like, because they may be able to offer it and they may not be able to offer it. But the other thing that you have to take with you each day is to know that what you do in this life, you may not always have the support. You may have to get into that thing and do it by yourself and be determined to still do it by yourself. So don't get caught up in the support. And I tell you that because I struggled with that when I first went into business for myself, because I would be so emotional by the people that were closest to me not supporting me in the way that I needed support. And then I had to put my big girl pants on and say, I'm going to do this with or without you. And that's pretty much my mindset in everything that I do in this life, because my mother taught me at a young age. When I would come home in tears about, well, they won't go with me or they don't want to hang out with me, because I didn't understand why people always wanted to, cancel at the last minute. My mother told me at a young age, I was in single digits. She said, in this life, sometimes you have to walk alone. Sometimes you just have to be okay with doing it by yourself. And that is truth. That is just the best truth that I can give you. So if you are someone that is struggling to offer support, you need to listen to the person, listen to what they're telling you, and then do better. If you can do better, and if you cannot, just tell them, I don't know how to support you in that way. And if you are the person that are struggling emotionally and feeling like people are not supporting you, then you have to get in your mind to say, I'm going to do this with or without them. Because I promise you, with this Novelty Woman Speaks platform of being motivational, I have 2 people, and this is the honest truth. I have 2 people that are consistent with being tuned in with what I'm doing. That means that they're supporting me emotionally, they're supporting me spiritually, and they're supporting me by encouraging me even when I get down on myself. 2 people. Just think about all the people in the world and all the people that I know, and think about yourselves. Just think about how many people you have that are truthfully your supporters. Then I'm going to tell you something else. The 2 people that truly just support what I am doing right now, one is a male who is here in the United States, and then the other one is a male and they don't even live in this country. And see, that just tells you, but even if those 2 did not support me, like with speaking life over me and encouraging me and telling me and giving me their perspective, because they give me constructive criticism, but they also give me encouragement. So support does not mean that people just have to tell you what you want to hear. That is not support. So I hope that this helps someone to understand the differences of support, what it looks like, what it feels like. But the biggest thing is that you have to communicate with people. Tell them what support looks like for you. Tell them what you need from them if you are looking for the support. And if the people can't give it to you, you just work that thing out and do it on your own, because you will not always have people supporting you. And sometimes people will refuse to support you in hopes that you will give up. That is hard to digest, but that is the truth. And most times it will be the people that are closest to you. So don't worry about it so much about who is supporting you. Just know that you can do it even if you have to do it alone. That is my random talk for you today. I hope that it helps you. If you have not subscribed to Novelty Woman Speaks, I need you to click that subscribe button now, and always stay tuned for the next random talk.